Hi everyone, my name is Roslyn. I'm a realtor from the greater Cincinnati area. Thanks for joining me once again. Today we're going to talk about staying sane in the buying process, especially in this market. So let's get started. Alright, so it is no surprise we're in a crazy market right now. What you've heard a lot probably is unprecedented, the word I've heard more since the beginning of 2020 than I've ever heard in my life. So I just want to talk about a few ways on how to keep yourself from going crazy and kind of giving up in this home buying process. So first thing I want to talk about is budget. You need to know your budget. So to get that, as I've talked about many times before in previous videos, talk to a lender. They're going to tell you how much you can afford and how much house you can get for the money that you have. And we're not talking about cash, we're talking about like loans and mortgages and everything. So the best thing you can do in this market and any market really is not set yourself up for failure, or what a lot of people call house heartbreak. So that means figure out your budget, how much it is, and stick to it. Don't look at houses $100,000, $200,000 over your budget. This is just going to make you sad. Stay within your budget. Take a look, keep looking at those, and that way you'll have a feel of what you can afford and what you can get for how much money you have. Honestly, there's nothing worse than finding a house you absolutely love. It's a little bit out of your price range, maybe a lot out of your price range, and you want it, you go for it, we put an offer in, and you lose it. That's just how it happens when you look outside of your budget. Sometimes it might work, you know. So along with the mortgage, you're going to have other expenses as well, right? You're going to have electric, water, trash, cable, all that good stuff. So not only are you looking at your monthly payment for the mortgage of your house, you need to look at the monthly payments for the whole house. All right, and don't forget about property taxes. That is one more expense that can be quite expensive. A lot of people don't really think about or factor into their budget. I know mine is quite high, but I live in a great city with great parks, great fire department, all that good stuff. So it's definitely worth it, but it is one more thing to consider. So what happens when you start looking above your budget? What can happen is either you lose out on the house and you're super disappointed and you might want to give up, or on the other hand, you get the house of your dreams, but you can't really afford to take care of it every month. Your monthly payments are just through the roof. We call that house poor. I don't really like to use that term, but it does happen when people go for a big house and then they can't afford to really live in it. All right, and one more thing that kind of relates to almost every aspect in life, but especially in real estate, is be patient. I know everybody wants to buy a house right now. They want to move in tomorrow. Moving's so exciting. I'm already picking out what colors I'm going to paint the walls. I'm already picking out what flowers I'm going to put in the garden. I mean, that's me too. But you want to get the right house for the right amount of money. Okay, and lastly, another point I wanted to make, besides being patient, which is a virtue we are all working on, hopefully, is understanding the real estate process. So having that knowledge, that was the whole point behind me making these videos. So I wanted people to understand this process that isn't normally taught in schools unless you're studying real estate finances specifically, and even then I'm not sure how far it goes into. So having the knowledge and understanding how these things work is going to save you a lot of time and frustration. So no matter what step in the process you're in, beginning, middle, or end, anywhere in between, your agent should be explaining the steps to you, at least in terms that you can understand. That way you can see what's going on the buyer and seller side, because one day, hopefully, you will be a seller, and then you'll be buying again, moving up to your next house. And this transparency is going to keep you sane. So understanding what is going on, what the holdup is going to keep you patient and calm, and to understand that good things are coming. Okay, and one more time, the market we are in right now is unprecedented, some would say. It's enough to make anybody go a little crazy. This is not a normal market. We are hoping to reach that point. Nobody knows when. But what we would like to see is a balanced market, which is just enough homes, quite a few more homes than home buyers. So right now we're very uneven in that. It's very few homes with lots and lots of people looking for homes. We can get into that another day. But hopefully with these tips and tricks, and you can always feel free to reach out to me if you need a shoulder to cry on, a professional to talk to, please reach out to me. And I think that is it for today. Another short and sweet video. Thanks for joining me once again. If you have any questions, comments, anything of that nature, please reach out to me. I'd love to hear from you. And if you could visit my website, www.selling-cincinnati.com, and I will see you next week. Thanks.